Hey guys, Island Homesteader here. I have been promised you a look at the garden for a while, so let's go out and just take a quick look around and see what's going on out there. As you can see, this is the garden area, and this used to be a parking lot. The house we're renting was a medical office at one time, and this was the parking lot, the handicap area, handicap sidewalk that leads up to this handicap ramp into the back of the house, or what would have been the office then. So the only real place I have to garden is back here. The house itself is we're right out on the road. You can see that's the main road right there. So we're right out on the road. So the front yard really isn't a good spot to garden. The septic tank's in the front yard, and there really isn't a whole lot of other room out there. Had a lot of rain last night, as you can see. I probably could do something over here on the side yard, but it's on the east side and it gets shaded pretty quick as the sun comes around. It's the northeast side of the house, so this is the option. This kind of gravel pad area back here, but I think it'll work out. It's all going to be container gardening and stuff like that, but that's no big deal. I've been doing a lot of that anyway, so still have some extra bags to plant some stuff. I haven't got a whole lot of stuff going, just enough to get stuff going. I have moved the rain gutter grow systems over, both of them, from the other house, and have tomatoes going in them. And this is the same system I had over at the other house. I just put water in a barrel and just let it feed these tubes. All 6 of these tomatoes, or these tomato pots, are Cherokee Purples. I bought it from the high school. One of the classes raised a few as a fundraiser from seed, so that was pretty cool. And then those 2 down there on the end, these 2 are a cherry tomato, called like chocolate sprinkles or something, I don't know. And then there's a Brandywine, a pink Brandywine, a yellow one, and a German queen or something in there. And these are all different kinds of peppers. Got a visit the other night by the deer, so I just sprayed some deer repellent on these. These are jalapenos, this row here. They didn't seem to touch those, but you can see they took a preference to that one, and a couple more. There's one over there, and some down there that lost their tops. These are just different bell peppers, just different colors, except for that one and that one there on the end. It's a shishito pepper. I wouldn't have known anything about it, except I saw Dale Calder grow them last year, and he really liked them. So they were at the big box store this year, so I picked up a few. A couple of eggplant, some heirloom purple and white striped kind. Prolific early yellow, I think, squash. We'll see if we can get these things growing before the squash vine borer sets in and kills us like it does every year. I put these in the kiddie pool just because I only had the one, and I wish I had enough to put them all in it. I really like the way that holds some water. Of course, you got to drill a hole in it so it doesn't overflow when it rains like we had last night, but it's nice that it holds water in between the rains when you're watering them, and it doesn't just flow out through these bags and run out on the ground. These 2 bags that are empty, that one's got a couple pieces of ginger in it that I had just started to sprout in the house and went ahead and put it out, and that's got a couple pieces of turmeric in it. Let's see how that does. Black Beauty zucchini and some kind of heirloom zucchini. I can't remember what it says. What does it say? Cocozelle heirloom zucchini. And then these are the boxes that I had on the trellises over in the other garden at the other house. I filled just these 3 so far. These 2 right here have just some onions from the big box store, and then this one's got shallots, and never grown shallots before, and there's a few of them have come up. That one's doing pretty good. That one's just started, and then those there. So, potatoes. Look at these things. I haven't shown you an update on the allotment style potatoes in a while. These things are growing great. So far I am super happy with growing these things in these 10-gallon plastic pots. Those things are waist high. And several of them are starting to flower, so I'm sure that they are setting potatoes down in there. I think that's the Purple Majesty. I have Purple Majesty, Red New Orleans, and Yukon Golds. But like I said, these things are waist high. They look really good. They're all filled up to the top with dirt. All of them are. So be interesting to see how those do. So far, I'm really happy with them. So anyway, like I said, here you go. Quick look around the garden. Nothing special. I'm probably, whenever I have to move the bees, I'm probably going to move them over on that corner over there on the concrete pad. I have to rig up some kind of stand. I'm going to have to come up with some kind of trellis system here to put over these tomatoes, and I think I'm going to put a couple of those other boxes right here kind of beside these and put some cucumbers and then integrate a trellis system for the cucumbers along with the tomatoes. So here it is, all container gardening now. A little different than what we had. I really wish I would have been able to stay over at the other place and really try out that Back to Eden garden. But we'll see. If the house just sits and doesn't sell, I may go over this fall and put some fall stuff in it. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so just quick look around the garden. Thanks guys for watching. Comment, subscribe, click the thumbs up. God bless.